In beautiful North Yorkshire, in the pretty town of Kirby Moorside, lives auctioneer Angus Ashworth.
110, commission's out, 110 in the room.
Here he runs his auction house.
I am selling at £1,800.
With his devoted team of valuers.
Wow, this is amazing.
Auction clerks.
The electric shock machine. A few of my staff could do with this.
And removal men.
It suits you, that, you know.
Do you think?
Together they help people up and down the country clear their cluttered homes.
Oh my goodness, did all that come out of my house?
Yes.
Using his years of knowledge,
That's probably one of the most valuable 50p's there is.
Angus finds gems,
This is a fantastic collection.
heirlooms,
Look at that. I think that's one of the best things on the job, that.
treasures,
That takes me back to being a 12-year-old boy, that does.
and the weird and wonderful,
We like horses, don't we? Wow. OK.
which he brings back to the auction house
It's the best silver in the world, isn't it? Yorkshire silver.
to put under his gavel,
65, 75, 85, 90, is it?
making them a tidy,
1,200, 1,300, 1,400 pounds.
little
£20,800.
sum.
I think I need a lie down.
Auctioneer's dreams. We love rooting around in attics.
A quarter of Brits say they've got no idea what's lurking in their attics, eaves and lofts.
Buried in this corner is what looks like a vintage dog crate.
But with 9 out of 10 homes boasting at least a grand's worth of clutter, it pays to delve inside those boxes.
This is the sort of stamp collection that we like to find.
As Angus knows only too well.
Oh, I've got a long drive ahead of us today, Jack.
Yeah, we do a bit, don't we?
Angus and Jack are settling in for a bottom-numbing 7-hour drive north to the pretty fishing town of Fraserburgh on the rugged Aberdeenshire coast.
It'd be nice to go to Fraserburgh.
Yeah, it would be. I've never been there before.
They're on their way to meet retired teacher Elma, plus her daughters Barbara and Margaret, at the home Elma's lived in for more than 40 years.
A friend of mine actually said some time ago that when you come into my house, it's like coming into a time warp. And I don't think it's really meant to be unkind, but it was quite true.
Elma originally hails from Shetland, where she met her husband Leonard. But it was a move to Liberia, West Africa, in 1970 that changed the family's fortunes forever.
My dad had secured a really plum job being a chief engineer for a fishing company, servicing their boats. It included a house and education and everything. It was just going to be wonderful. Unfortunately, after we'd been there for a little bit more than a year, my dad got ill and he sadly passed away in Africa. So Mum had to pack everything up and come back to this country.
Leonard was just 39 years old when he died, leaving Elma as a single mum of 4 young children.
I think so many people, if they lose their partner, they are lost. They don't know what to do with themselves and they wrap themselves up in their own grief. I hadn't had time for that. I had to look after them. I had to get the job, get the house, get things going. And this is where I ended up in Fraserburgh, so I've been ever since.
I can't believe that she has done what she's done with her life and brought us up the way she has. The strength that she had to do what she did after my dad passed away and coming home with us. She's just superwoman.
Now, having reached the age of 90, Elma's eager to freshen up the decor in the home she's lived in for almost half her life. That process starts with a clear-out.
An accumulation of years, I suppose, really. And I would rather it went to people who might value it. So this is why we decided to have a go at clearing out.
I think this is it, Jack. We've finally made it.
All right. It's quite a nice looking house, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Looks like an old Victorian townhouse.
I got in contact with Angus because I thought he seemed like the right guy to come and see if all the stuff was going to be worth anything and we could do anything with it.
Oh, hello, Angus, couldn't see you for a sunshine.
I'm guessing you're Elma, is that right?
I'm Elma, yes.
Wonderful. Oh,
Yes, come in.
thank you.
Angus, would you like to meet my daughters, Barbara and Margaret?
Hi, how do you do? Are you all right?
Yes, thank
Good. So, how is it that I can help today? What's the...
Well, it's actually Margaret's instigation. She thought I had too much stuff.
Right.
And then she discovered that I had stuff that might be valuable.
Has this always been a problem with Margaret, is it?
Yeah.
She's the organiser.
And bossy.
I'm the old one, but she's the organiser.
But I'm sure they look after you very well.
Oh, they do. No
So-
complaints.
So is it a matter of just having a bit of a thin out? Is that the...
I think so,
Yeah,
yes.
that's a good term. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one or two things in here if you want to start here.
Okay, this looks nice. Oh, wow, look at that. That's wonderful, isn't it?
Elma inherited this 19th century rosewood vanity case from her Aunt Margaret, who worked as a housekeeper for a lady named Mrs. Robertson.
This is an absolutely amazing thing, and she must have taken that with her when she went on journeys.
No, it's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah.
But it's beautifully made. There is a wee bit off the bottom.
Look under here.
See, what puzzles us is what she had in all these bottles.
Yes. Why would
Well-
she have had so many liquids?
Potions and lotions, you know,
Yeah, it
it's...
must have been amazing.
We think of cosmetics as a modern day thing, don't we?
I know.
But they've been around a long, long
I know.
time.
And that's another thing for Mrs. Robertson. Apparently that's quite valuable, but I don't know.
This curious artwork will be examined more closely back at the auction house.
If this is the sort of thing we're looking at, I'm quite excited to have a look
Yeah,
around the
it's-
rest of the house.
Over the years, Elma's attic has been used as a guest bedroom for visiting grandchildren. Now it's a bit of a dumping ground.
Wow.
Okay.
So potentially is any of this sort of to go that we can do something with? Or...
Yes.
And does it go all the way through?
Yes, it goes through.
Yeah.
The leaves go all the way round, so they're a bit not. I wouldn't say treacherous, but watch your feet. Yeah.
Right. Really, probably the best thing is I'll go and grab Jack,
Okay.
and if you're happy, we'll have a rummage around and see what we can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Crawling around those eaves could be a dirty job. I think we all know who Angus has in mind for that one.
Jack,
Hey, up now.
are you all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Angus will soon wipe that smile off your face.
It's not too much, but I did all the driving, so I thought you could do the crawling this time. There's a lot of space to go into.
Well, I don't want to get your shirt mucky, so yeah, I'll do it.
Go on, I'll show you around.
You took that well. Good old Jack.
Well, the attic, you see, I do not think that I have been more than maybe half a dozen times in 40 years.
Ooh, wow.
The stuff in the attic, a lot of the stuff would have been my dad's, and he would collect anything, I think. If he thought it was interesting, quirky, he would gather it up. Anything to do with fishing as well, or sailing, boats.
While Jack digs through the dust, downstairs, Angus is in his comfort zone.
First of all, we've got this lovely silver oval salver on the side here. It's got hallmarks in it, and that's the wonderful thing about silver is the hallmarks. We can read so much from it. We can date that accurately, that this was assayed in London in 1785. So it's a lovely bit of late 18th century silver.
Assaying is the process of verifying the metal's silver content.
You know, all in all, this jewel there could be several £100 in here. It's lovely to see. I love Georgian silver. This will make the trip to Fraserburgh certainly worthwhile.
With Georgian silver, the mysterious artwork, and travelling vanity case already, this could tot up on auction day. So, has Jack found anything squirreled away in the eaves to add into the mix?
Ah, so we've got here Sextant. Now, this is actually used by mariners to plot a ship's course using the stars.
Invented in the 18th century, the sextant enabled naval explorers to locate their position on a map by measuring the angle between a star and the horizon. This one was owned by Elma's husband, Leonard.
What's great about this as well is you got this sort of certificate here saying it's from the National Physical Laboratory, Teddington, and at the bottom it has its date, 21st of June, 1943. To be honest, it would be something I would love to learn, to plot course by the stars. Just, you know, Me on a ship just out there with that, just holding it up, going across the sea, fishing off the keel for my food for the night. Be a nice little thing to do.
Sounds lovely, Jack. You can dream on while you're clearing those dusty old boxes.
Love that sound, hearing the sea.
As the first of the items make their way outside, Angus is still hungry for more. Thankfully, in the lounge, there are other things to clear.
Are you happy for the coins?
Well, no, leave that because
Leave the coins.
those are sort of souvenir things.
Okay, yeah.
But Elma's finding it hard to let go.
Yay or nay on that one?
So, I mean, you can take
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
if you want,
okay,
right,
that's
yeah.
fine. Well, it's going okay. There's some great bits, but I think there's a slight reluctance perhaps to let go of everything, and I totally understand that. At the end of the day, people have got to be happy for stuff to go. But I think there'll be one or two gems that do come out of it.
As the last of the items are loaded up, the boys are nearly ready for the long drive back to base.
I don't think I'll feel sad, really, but it'll feel kind of odd. These things that have been there almost my whole life. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we make a little bit of money off it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
That's us all done.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
now then.
All packed up, all loaded. Yeah.
Good, excellent.
And how are you looking forward to the auction? I think this is going to be an exciting road trip for the three of you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
We don't often get let loose together, but yeah, it'll be good.
true.
We are going to have fun. Never mind about exciting or anything like that.
Yeah.
We'll have fun.
Wonderful. Well, we'll hit the road.
Have a safe journey down the road.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. We will see you on sale day.
Forward to seeing you again.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
I was worried that you wouldn't let go of anything, Mum.
Oh, I know.
But I didn't feel that we had to.
I did hold on to a few things.
She did.
What a wonderful family. I mean, the support of her two daughters there. They have a brilliant relationship, and I'm looking forward to seeing them on sale day. I think they're going to have just so many giggles, and hopefully we can raise a lot of money that really helps her.
But with some truly unique antiques on board, including that mysterious pen and ink drawing, Angus's research team will have to pull out all the stops before sale day. Back at the sale room, Elma's eclectic collection of treasures is carefully unloaded and taken inside for the sizable task of researching, photographing and cataloguing in time for the auction in 2 weeks. But one item in particular has created quite a buzz. And it's been passed to the expert eye of sale room manager Jeremy for closer inspection.
Ah, I'm glad you're looking at that.
Yeah,
I don't know what you think to it. My gut says it's something quite special.
I think it's an Italian old master, but I'm not gonna. I don't know who it is.
No.
The term Old Master refers to artists of exceptional skill that worked in Europe before the 1800s.
The actual picture's got quite a bit of age to it, hasn't it? I mean, it's hard to give an exact date, but it's probably sort of 17th, do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been taking quite a detailed look at it under the glass, and I can't attribute it to anybody in particular.
Yeah. It's attractive in its own right. The more you look at it, the more you sort of see, don't you?
It's a real quality thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you have a look at it under a glass, I mean, the composition's good, isn't it? You know, she's gazing adoringly at the child and that sort of thing. It's got all the right things in it.
Well, we'll see what happens auction day.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Good. All right.
Great work, Jeremy. And if potential buyers also agree this is by an Italian master, this is going to be one to watch on auction day.
Well, this should be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what the
Yes.
After making the 400-mile trip down from Fraserburgh, Elma and daughters Barbara and Margaret have arrived to see the Yorkshire master in action.
Hello, Angus.
Morning.
Good
You all right?
morning. Yes,
Yeah, and you looking forward to it? Are you excited?
Yes.
Mixed feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, we've had a good covering of interest, I'd say. So I'm fairly
That's good.
optimistic. You've got some nice one, I would say, proper antiques. So it's always we always like doing those. But yeah, have a look round. Give us a shout if you need anything, and
yes.
I'll see you up on the rostrum.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Although she hasn't got a lot of lots, she's got quality. You know, some real nice antique pieces there, bits that the family's inherited.
My little Madonna. Aw. I got that in my teens and I had it in my bedroom for years, and it travelled with me ever since.
I'm quietly optimistic for some of the items. One bit in particular I really rate. We could be in for a surprise, but we will see. We will see.
Elma and her daughters have 29 lots going under the gavel today, and some have already racked up hundreds of hits online. Handling those internet bids will be Jasper and Heather. The porter's jacket today is being donned by Gary, but all eyes now are on the man in tweed. Strap in, folks, it's auction time.
This wonderful collection all the way up in Fraserburgh. The George III silver oval salver there, that's a nice thing, is that there?
First up, the 20-centimetre silver salver made in 1785.
150 and bid at 150 bid. £150 and bid at 150. 160, 170, my bid at 170. At 170 it is 180. 180, commission's out. At 180 it is then. 190 is it now? 190 anywhere? At 190 is it? At 180 it is then. At £180 it is. All done for the silver salver at 180.
A solid start for the solid silver.
Oh, that's good.
Very much. Easy, my bid at 50.
Over the next 5 minutes, a further 7 lots of silverware come under Angus's gavel, including, randomly, a mixed lot of 6 table forks made between 1797 and 1809.
At 170.
2 Georgian and Scottish silver sauce ladles together with an English one from 1790.
At £60.
And 3 souvenir silver cutlery sets made for the coronation of Elizabeth II.
At £48 at 48.
Now, does anyone in the room fancy a 19th century makeover? It's the Victorian vanity case.
There we go, lovely rosewood box there, all fitted out, the lift-out tray there. There we go, where should be for this? £80 straight and on commission at 80 it is, then at £80 at 80. 85, £85, 85 it is, then at 85. 90, £90 and bid at 95, 95, 95, 100 is it now? At £100 and bid at 100. 110, 110 at 110 at 110.
It's unique.
At 110 it is, then at 110. 120, 130, 140. 150 at £150 it is, then at 150, at 150, at 150, 160 anywhere is it now? At 150.
Snapped up by someone right here in Kirby Moorside.
It's nice. Is that okay?
Why are you
mentioning?
The Sextant was once owned by Elma's boat-loving husband, Leonard.
Lovely thing, all cased up there, mahogany case there. Where are we? 45, 8, 55, 60, 60 and bid, 5, 70, £70 and bid at 75, 80, 80 and bid, thank you, at £85, I'm out. 95, 95, 95, 100, 100, 110. 110 it is, then at £110, at 110 it is then, 120. At £120 it is, then I'm selling that at 120.
The Sextant is navigating its way to a new home down the A170 to Scunthorpe.
We've got our memories, we can remember.
Over the next 20 minutes, another 15 of Elma's lots come under Angus's gavel, including 2 traditional Liberian hardwood canoe paddles,
Full steam ahead at £40 at 40.
a collection of 26 large seashells,
30 at £30.
and 2 leather and wood travelling trunks that Elma took to Africa in 1970.
Continue now, 25.
The last of Elma's lots is the little 15-centimetre pen and ink drawing of the Madonna and Child.
This is a good thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you be happy with if this made?
What do you think, Mum?
Don't know.
Don't know. 50?
50, all right. We're at 840, 880, 900, 920, 960, 1,000, 1,100, 1,100, 1,150, £1,150,
Yeah.
1,150, 1,200, 1,250, 1,300,
Wow.
1,350, 1,400.
6 bidders have set the internet on fire.
I've got bidders from all over the world. 2,4, 2,450, 2,5, 2,550, 2,6, 2,650, 2,7, 2,750,
I knew
2,750,
that was
2,850.
something.
Hold on to your hats, ladies. They're still going.
4,000, 4,1, 4,1, 4,3, 4,400, 4,400, 4,5, 4,7, 4,8, 4,900.
They all want it, and no one's giving an inch.
You're right there.
No,
9,000.
Sorry, I'll keep it.
9,1, 9,2, 9,3.
Keep going.
The drawing just keeps on rocketing upwards.
13,2, 13,4,
3 bidders have dropped out. 3 are left.
18,000, 18,2,
You okay?
18,400.
Take a deep breath.
Another one's out, and we're down to the final two.
£20,000. At 20,000. 20,002. 20,004.
I used to hang on my walls.
20,600. At 20,800. Are we all done? I'll call it at 20,800. I've got a lady on the front row about to have a heart attack because she's had it on a wall these years.
No, I won't.
At 20,800, gavels up. I'm selling that at £20,800.
That's amazing.
Now that's what you call a Hollywood ending.
I'm overwhelmed. Are you overwhelmed? Kind of.
Yes.
Get the champagne ready, Angus. This calls for a proper celebration. Let's find out how much they'll be taking after the sale room fees and commission.
And then it got to double that. Ho, ho, ho.
Well.
It did okay, didn't it?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, a few mixed results. I mean,
You were excited. You really were.
of course I was excited.
We could tell.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was very
Yeah.
good. It was
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
It was a lovely thing. We all liked it and rated it, but people picked up on it, and we had some inquiries, but nothing concrete, so it's hard to know if it would. And a couple of people that really wanted it. So yeah, it's going off to France.
Oh, is it?
Really?
Yeah.
Right. Very lucky, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a good
So
train
it's all
journey. back,
thanks to
isn't it?
See, Margaret started all this.
You keep blaming me, but
See,
yes,
the whole thing is what they didn't want my rubbish, you see.
Yes, I know, but it's
Yeah.
you knew it was good, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I did.
Well, you will be taking home £17,751.
Oh, my word.
that's amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Well, thank you all of you. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
thank you.
A sensational result for this mysterious old master.
I'm feeling quite stunned, actually, more than anything else, really.
When that bidding started and then it went over 1,000 and then 2,000, it was just absolutely amazing.
Overall, some great results. The silver sold well. You know, there's some nice quality, proper antiques bits there, and you know they found their mark. But you know, the picture to get over 20,000, that was something quite special. That's what makes this job amazing. It's moments like that that are just memorable moments for your career, and we're very, very happy.
Four months on from the auction, has that extraordinary sale finally sunk in?
Oh, yes. I have become accustomed to being well off.
It was a huge surprise when the Madonna went for so much money. It was an afterthought to go into the auction.
That actually scared me afterwards. I thought we could have just put it in a skip.
Mind-blowing is what it was for me. I get things that I want, like my new windows and my new fireplaces and everything. So I am quite delighted.
Unearthing a piece of lost treasure like Elma's drawing is the holy grail for every auctioneer. But just as rewarding is being entrusted with a lifetime's work of a passionate collector.
You're on with the photography, Nick.
Yeah, one of the last lots for this sale.
The famous Rolls Royce.
Yeah, Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost.
Yeah, I think I'll only be able to afford a model though.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately. Yeah.
Well, Sir Henry Royce, obviously Rolls-Royce fame. Do you know where he's originally from?
Actually, I confess, no, I don't.
Well, he's from Peterborough.
Okay.
Guess where we need to go?
This is leading on to... Are we going to Peterborough?
We are going to Peterborough, yes.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's a job that sounds right up your street. They've got a load of aviation stuff.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'll go get the van ready and we'll head off.
Okay. All right.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Sounds like quite a specialist collection. You'll need all your skills for this one, chaps.
I tell you what, Nick, it's a gorgeous day, isn't it?
It's lovely.
It's a 150-mile drive to Peterborough for Angus and model expert Nick.
Might have to lose the jacket when we get there, right?
Yeah, well, the shirt might be coming off, but we'll see.
Steady on, Nick, steady on.
A day of hard graft could certainly be on the cards because the boys are answering an urgent SOS from David and his wife, Una.
Well, that's a Spitfire. Right.
You can always tell a Spitfire because it's got elliptical wings.
Angus and Nick will be meeting them at the 3-bed home of Davy's older brother, John.
John was a very funny man, a very quiet man at times. But yeah, as a brother, you could always rely on him.
Earlier this year, David and Una received a phone call they'll never forget.
We were away on holiday, actually, and he was taken ill. He had a very bad chest infection and they took him into hospital, and within 2 days he passed away, which was quite quick, but it's nice for him that he didn't linger. Not nice for the people that are left.
David and Una now need expert advice on some of the items in John's home, which are a testament to his lifelong passion for aviation.
John joined the Air Force at 17. He was what they call a boy entrant. He did his 23 years in the Air Force, and while he was in the Air Force, he used to make models. It included making miniature soldiers in different regiments, which he all hand-painted. There's hundreds of these soldiers.
Potentially quite a few models and toys, so hence why I'm bringing you with me, Nick.
Well, I brought loads of boxes anyway for all the sort of small bits and pieces if we need.
He was also an avid collector. Car boot sales.
Cars and aeroplanes and ornaments and things.
So we thought it'd be ideal to get them through, maybe through an auction house, and let people who collect these models get some pleasure out of them.
So we're nearly there then?
Yeah, I think we're nearly there, Nick. Just keep a little eye out.
Yeah.
It's down here somewhere, it says.
After a 3-hour drive, the sun is still shining. Fingers crossed Nick keeps his shirt on.
Morning.
Good morning.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I presume it's David and Una.
It is, yes.
That's right, yeah. Would you like to come inside?
Certainly. Thank you very much. This is Nick. Yeah.
Hi, Nick.
Hello.
After you.
Thank you.
Would you like to come through and have a seat?
Thank you very much. I'm looking round. There's a lot of nice pictures on the wall, isn't there?
Yeah.
Strong RAF influence, I see.
Exactly, yes. My brother John, he was in the RAF for 23 years. So what you're going to find in the house is more or less RAF-based aircraft, memorabilia. It just fills the house.
Well, I'm sure we'll be able to help out. Well, it'd be great to see this collection.
Would you like to come through and I'll show
certainly.
you where they are?
Thank you.
Although John's things are dotted all over the home, the largest chunk of his collection is stashed in the spare room.
Right, would you like to come through and look at the car collection and toy collection that we have through here?
Wow. So we've got, I mean, quite a mixture, isn't there? It's not all just military related.
No, no, no. It's all sorts, really. Even a stiff bear.
Soft toys do well at auction, but how about the rest?
Was this something you collected over a long period of
Yeah,
time?
probably about 20 years, I should imagine.
There's a few touches to his career. Is that an RAF flag there?
Yeah, it's a full flag, even got the lanyards on it.
Yeah.
Where he acquired it, we don't know. It's just part of this strange collection.
Well, there's quite a bit to do. I mean, Nick, do you want to make a start in here, and can we go look at these soldiers?
Yes, you certainly can.
Yeah, OK.
John's study next door is where he kept much of his militaria.
So here are some of his model soldiers.
Ah, the Del Prado series.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, they came with a magazine. I remember as a young lad,
right, yeah,
teenager, getting these. People that are into sort of military always gravitate towards
right,
quite a
yeah.
well-known set, really.
Del Prado are a Spanish toy company and publishing house who produce sets of 7-centimetre tall tin alloy soldiers from all periods of history.
And this, I presume, is where he sat and did all his painting with the window there.
Exactly, he's got the light coming in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was either modelling on there, painting. Majority was painting.
Yeah, yeah.
John's 250-strong army of soldiers will be split into 2 lots.
Well, I suppose I'd best make a start, because there's a lot to do, isn't there?
There is, yes.
Brilliant.
I'll leave you to it.
Thank you very much, thanks.
As the packing begins and the first of the boxes make their way to the van, the scale of the challenge the boys are facing becomes clear.
Well, we're getting there, but it's a slow process, and, you know, packing smalls takes a lot of time, and that's what really slows up any van job. And Nick, as much as he's enjoying it, he's trying to marry up a lot of empty boxes with the right models, which is why he's doing it, and not me, because he knows a mosquito from a Messerschmitt.
So these are all quite small-scale die-cast models, mostly from Corgi by the looks of things, which is good, actually. Corgi is the most desirable sort of brand, collecting-wise, die-cast model. But that's a nice little model, 72nd scale Spitfire 5B, and model's complete, undamaged. And by the looks of it, all his models seem to be in really good condition. We can actually sell them in more selective batches.
The 50-plus aircraft models will be carved up into 7 separate lots. Downstairs, another part of John's collection has piqued Angus's interest.
The great thing about military, and everybody knows it's the subject matter that I'm most passionate about, is that there's so many different subjects. It could be medal collecting, it could be weapons, it could be equipment, but there's a lot of people that collect cap badges.
Cap badges are worn on a beret or a peak cap and denote the wearer's specific regiment or unit.
But this is RFC. So before the Royal Air Force was the Royal Air Force, it was the Royal Flying Corps. So Royal Flying Corps was the air arm of the army, and that was founded in 1912. And in 1918, it became the Royal Air Force. So anything Royal Flying Corps is always a little bit more sought after because it's the infancy of the Air Force.
This is one of 12 cap badges that will be sold as a job lot. After a busy few hours of sorting, packing and loading, the day is drawing to a close. Nick has thankfully managed to keep his shirt on, and the van is nearly ready for the trip back up to North Yorkshire.
Oh, wow. Is that all you've collected? That's quite good.
Yeah, I know it's not a full van load, but hopefully it's made a little bit of an impact.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does it feel sort of strange seeing it on the van?
Yeah, it's surprising how much there is. I mean, we knew there was a lot anyway, but considering that, you know, the van's filled up, yeah.
Thank you very much. You've done a really good job, and we'll see you at the auction.
Yeah, we'll get auction up and we'll head up the road and we'll see you on auction day.
OK, thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
John's collection, we're slightly sad to see it go, but it's going to somebody probably who admire it and look after it, rather than just being stuck in cupboards and things like that. And also, you know, it's going to raise some money as well.
Some of the models might struggle a little bit, but overall, I think it'll be OK. And I think, really, I think the important thing is for them, it's that next step, you know, it's letting go some of his collection, filling out the house, and hopefully, you know, we want to raise as much money as possible.
Good luck, Angus. We're right behind you.
Right, Pete. It's quite heavy, it's full of tanks.
Well, it will be, won't
Yeah,
it?
they're heavy, them, aren't they?
Amongst John's collectibles from Peterborough, Angus has found 27 model tanks.
Yes. I see what you mean with the tanks.
Yeah.
And although they're only small, being cast in solid metal means they still pack a punch.
That's quite a good one, isn't it? It's quite weighty. It's a
Yeah,
proper
it's nice.
metal-bodied.
Sherman tank.
It is a Sherman tank, yeah.
See, I did the odd little, like HMS Bounty, but when it comes
Yeah.
to the rigging and things, I gave up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Need a lot of patience.
I know you do, you do.
Patience and time, chaps, which is one thing you don't have. The auction will be rolling around in less than a fortnight, and there are more than 300 individual models to sort through. Not to mention all the pieces of John's militaria, like this flag.
What's really good is that it's a prop one. And I know that sounds a little bit daft, but a lot of flags and things like that, you'll order them online, they're just printed on, they're not proper, as opposed to this, which is a cotton and all hand-stitched, or, well, machine-stitched, but all put together, different layers of fabric to create the overall image, and that's much better quality. It's a high-end. This would have been used by the RAF.
This iconic flag has been the official ensign of the Royal Air Force since it was designed in 1921.
We've got the British flag in the corner, and then the roundel, which is probably one of the most famous symbols associated with the RAF. And the roundel really was designed as an identification purpose, predominantly so ground troops could recognise the aircraft. Trouble with cotton flags, of course, is, and these older ones is, they're rather prone to the fact that moths like to eat them. So you can get quite a bit of damage on them. They can get quite frail, but they're much better than those synthetic ones that you can buy online. This is the real deal.
It's looking forward to today's auction.
Yeah.
The big day is here, and David and Una are eager to see how their brother John's treasured collectibles will fare under Angus's gavel.
Hi there.
Morning, you all right?
Yes, very well, thank you.
Good. And you looking forward to it?
Yeah, well, very
really,
much. Yeah.
Are you excited for anything in particular or in
No,
general?
that RAF flag's got me intrigued.
Yeah,
And we didn't know I had it
yeah.
in the first place, and where he got it from, we don't know. So.
Well, I suspect there's an RAF base missing a flag somewhere.
There is, yeah. There'll be some flight lieutenant looking for it, I should imagine.
Brilliant. Well, why don't you come on in and have a look round and give me a shout if you need anything.
OK, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All John's things have been prepped and split into 54 separate lots for today's sale.
Oh, yeah. Better than I thought.
There is, yeah.
Oh,
Ah, recognise some of these.
the tank and the
And the
soldiers.
flag.
You know, it's a really interesting collection that he's put together. We should get some good results.
Fancy having to paint that. You know?
Yeah.
Must have had a little brush.
I think, you know, the key thing was it was about clearing those rooms, and I think the time had come to let John's collection go, and yeah, hopefully that they'll be pleased with what they make from it.
I say it feels slightly emotional, doesn't it, with some of the items that's there? But
Yeah, it does, but, you know, they were only in boxes under the bed.
yeah.
Angus expects most of today's bidding to be online, but there's still no shortage of punters in the sale room. Una and David will be hoping they've all brought their wallets. Today's web watchers are Jack and Charlotte, while Gary's on porter duty. As Angus steps up to face the sale room, it's auction time.
Right then, we get underway then.
First up, the vintage RAF flag. Just don't ask where John got it.
There we go, dated up there. That's a good thing. We've got a lot of interest in this. I've got several commission bids. We start at 50, 70, 80, 100, 110, 120. I'm out at 120 on commission at £120 it is. At 120 it is then for the flag at 120. We're all done. 120 I'm selling then at 120.
Chocks away, chaps. It's a great start.
Good, yeah.
Up next is the first of John's hand-painted die-cast soldiers made by Del Prado. This is just a few of the 150 up for grabs in this lot.
These are my favourite ones. There we go. The Napoleonic era. I go straight in at £90. At 90 a bid at £90 it is, then at 90. 5, 95, 100 is it now?
Doing quite
At
well,
£95, at 95, £100 is it now, surely. For the Del Prado there at 95, at 95. 100, 100 at 100 a bid at 100 at 100.
And they're marching off to a new home in Ireland.
Good, good.
And after a regiment of 100 World War II soldiers also comes out victorious,
At 75.
Angus shifts tactic and moves onto the hardware.
Franklin Mintz, Easy 8 Sherman tank. There we go. Where should be for this? 35, 38, £38, 38, 40, 2, 2, 2, 5, 8, 8, 50. 50 a bid at 50 it is then. 5 anywhere is it now? At £50 for the Sherman tank. All done at 50 at £50.
A modest sum for a meaty bit of kit. Maybe the next lot will soar a little higher. 6 mixed boxes of classic British aircraft, including the Sea Harrier and the Lancaster bomber.
Some great stuff in there. 25, 28, 32, 2, 2, 2, 5, 5, 5, 8, 38, 38, 40, £40 a bit of 40, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 5, 5 and 8, £48 rounded up to 50 now. 48, 55, 5, 5, 55, 60, 60 a bit at 60.
Who does this in a suit?
65, 70, 70 a bit. 70 a bit at 775 it is here. At 75, 80, £80 it is, then at 85, 85, £85. 85 it is, then at £85, 90 anywhere is it now? 90 a bit at 90 and 5 is it now? We're going to get there. 95 and 100.
Oh.
Never mind. You did your best.
Pretty excited then. At 95 it is then. Somebody go 100. At 95 it is then. At 95.
Sold to an online bidder.
Well done.
Tried your best.
He's not done yet, David. Over the next 10 minutes, Angus flies through a further 7 lots of models, including 7 die-cast aircraft in their original boxes,
Selling them at 75.
a lot containing a Lancaster bomber and escort fighters to commemorate the Battle of Britain,
Selling them at 42.
and a collection of 26 boxed die-cast tanks and other battlefield vehicles.
I'm going to sell then at 110.
Wow, again.
From hardware to headgear, John's collection of 12 cat badges includes Angus's favourite from the Royal Flying Corps.
Some good ones in there, Royal Naval Division, etc. There we go, all the badges there. I've got £30 bid, 30, £30, 2, 5, 8, 40. £40 we're up to now, 42, 5, my bid at 45 on commission, at 45 with me. 50, 50 and bid at 50 it is then, 5, 60 sir, 60, £60 at 60 it is then at 60. Selling then at 60, 5 just in time. 70, thank you sir, 70 in the room at 70,
Wow.
70, room bid at 70, at £70, 5, 5. Thank you, sir. 75 it is then. I'm selling at 75.
A fitting price indeed. Now, how much for this cuddly little chap? He was stuffed by world-renowned toy company Stife.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Look at the eyes. Come on.
come on, you must have something worth that.
Lovely, fluffy bear. £20 I'm bid, thank you. At £20, at 20 it is then. At 20, and all the hands come up. All the ladies. 22, 22, 25, 25, 28, 30, 2, 35. 35 it is then at 35. 38, 40, 2, 45, 48.
How can you not want that?
£48 it is then at £48. At £48, at £48 for this lovely cuddly bear. Make somebody a lovely Christmas present, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's brand new, isn't it?
At 48 it is in the centre then. At £48 we're going to sell then at 48.
And our furry friend brings the auction to a close.
That's good. That's good.
155.
Yeah, yeah.
Many of John's items have gone to other keen collectors, which is exactly what David and Una hope for. The icing on the cake would be if Angus has made them a few quid in the process.
How are you doing? You all right?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah. A few surprises for you?
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Because I think you're a bit surprised with the original estimate on the flag, weren't you? The
Yeah,
ensign, and
yeah.
but it did it. So
It did it, yeah.
Was there any sort of particular item you were sort of sad to see go? I mean, it obviously sort of being his collection, it's
Yeah, I mean, probably the planes mainly, because that's what all the family's been interested in aircraft.
well. You'll be taking home £1,934.
Oh, lovely.
that's
yeah,
really-
oh,
that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thank you very much for giving us the privilege of selling his collection.
Yeah,
Thank you very
thank
much
you.
for selling it.
You're
It's
very welcome.
been a pleasure. Some things went for more than what we thought, and obviously some went for less. But yeah, all in all, it's done very well.
You know, overall, I think they had a fairly good day, and I think it's probably raised a lot more money than they ever sort of anticipated. So, all in all, I think they're happy, and I think surprised with a few of the results.